Today is Govardhan, the Govardhan Puja. Now, did you remember when I said that, around Deepavali or on the date of Deepavali, amazing historical events have coincided with these dates? Govardhan has an amazing history. Now, Govardhan is a name of a small, you can't call it a mountain, but we call it Parvat, which is basically roughly translates into mountain, but it's a more of a major hill, a rocky hill, sandy and rocky hill in Vrindavan, which is not very far from Delhi. Where this is where I am, and over there lived Lord Krishna, Bhagwan Krishna. And at that point of time, when during his childhood, whose main job was to actually graze the cattle, right? He would go out every day, graze the cattle. But he's being a very intelligent person, he would get bored very easily, and therefore he would roam, he would be adventurous, and he would try out everything. And uh, he also discovered the Govardhan uh, Parvat. It's called Parvat, which translates into a mountain, but it's not really a typical mountain by the technical sense. It's more of a tall hill, a sandy and a rocky hill, right? And he found out that it's got a lot of, comb-like articulated honeycomb of passages and stuff like that. He was very impressed. So he used to play hide and seek over there with his brother Balram. But that's history. At that point of time, a certain point of time, what happened is it started to rain like crazy. It rained so much that the entire of Vrindavan got submerged. And at that point of time, they did not know what to do. This gentleman, Lord Krishna, he was such an amazing person, quick thinking, adventurous. He says, listen, guys, all of you follow me. And I know a perfect place where we can actually save ourselves and also our cattle, all our, livestock from disaster. And everybody followed him. And he took them inside the mountains, placed them inside the entire mountain of, the hill of Govardhan, and started, because they got protected from the rains and the elements, the livestock was there. It was quite hollow. It was pretty big, and it had honeycombs of passageways, right? And therefore, people felt protected. But then a bigger problem happened. Now that they were inside the caves and the water table kept on rising, what happened? The water started seeping into, the mountain. It would seep from the top because it's a porous kind of a mountain, and water started seeping in, and the water level within the caves and the passageways started to rise. People got scared again. At that point of time, what he did is he told everybody, everybody, it was agricultural kind of people, the population of Vrindavan was all agriculture. They had these sticks that everybody uses for making sure that the livestock is tended properly. They go in the correct direction, right? So all of them have sticks. That's the standard even today, right? It's amazing, right? Thousands and thousands of years later, we follow exactly the same culture. So what he did is he says, use your sticks to, burrow and remove some of the rocks at the top and put those rocks at the bottom where they were standing, thereby elevating their position, right? And he kept on doing it. So they would keep on rising. It felt as if the entire mountain was rising, right? That's how this a fantastic concept that got later added on when the other Abrahamic religions came into India, which is completely based on what I call miracles. To counter that, another miracle was added for Lord Krishna. But in reality, what had happened, it had used his amazing presence of mind to keep on saving people. Not a single person was lost that day, not even a child, not even a livestock. That's the beauty. He saved the entire village by quick thinking, by being adventurous, and he kept on doing it. And people felt as if they were, the whole mountain was rising. Imagine your ceiling keeps on rising with you as the water table rises. So that's the beauty of it. That's how people got the concept that he raised the whole, the Parvat, the Govardhan mountain, and he started saving people. There was one more problem. The water was still seeping. How do we stop it? He says, hey, you guys have got sticks, so each of you. So put your stick into those areas where you see the water is seeping in. He himself put his one of his smaller fingers into one of the crevices from where the water was falling. And looking at him, people, started using their thumbs and fingers to stop the water from flowing, and some of them used the stick. And that's how they saved themselves. The entire night and the next day, they remained in this position, tired but alive. But then with morning came another problem. They were safe, but they were alive, but they were hungry. Where would they get the food? All the food was in the villages. They lost all the food. The entire place was inundated, flooded. Where would they get the food? In that case, what he said, Lord Krishna, he simply said, what do you have with you right now? Go and scourge, move around, see what you can find. Get any edible stuff. Don't worry about it. Get any pots and pans that you have, any kind of wood or any kind of, firing equipment that you can get. Get whatever edible stuff that you can get, whatever, as long as they are eatable, edible. Get them. If it's not destroyed, get them. And he just got it cleaned and got them chopped up and put it into pans, like whatever people got. He says, just fire it out. That's it. And let's eat it. So the point is not about taste. The point is about survival. We should not fall ill. We should not get hungry, right? We'll have to be alive till the time this water flows down so that we can get back home and start coming back to the sense of normalcy. And because of that, we have the prasad, the main food for today, Govardhan Puja food, is annakut, means having multiple grains, multiple vegetables, all cooked into one. And what came out is a very tasty concoction, but also an amazingly healthy concoction. If you look at Annakut, and if you actually do a scientific analysis of it, it has everything. And it just happened because of the way Lord Krishna used his brain's presence of mind to save an entire village with not a single loss. That's the reason why we celebrate that day. That's the reason why we owe our survival to that. So the entire area which is around the Brajabhumi. Brajabhumi means Mathura, Vrindavan, certain areas of Rajasthan, certain areas of UP, which are around that area where Lord Krishna is worshipped. They celebrate, including me, I come from that area, we celebrate Annakut. We celebrate Govardhan Puja. It's a spirit of celebration of survival, human ingenuity, human quick thinking, which can even make you survive in the oddest and the most difficult natural disasters. All right. I hope you got a lot of message from this, that never lose hope, never lose your human ingenuity, and never stop experimenting and stop, your adventures. You never know what you come across that's going to save you or a lot of people around you. This is Manish Vijay from PM Pulse, and I really thank you for watching, and I really wish you the very best on this Govardhan Puja. Catch you later.